I remember the exact feeling of the wind pushing on my legs that afternoon. I was sharp and restless, and the wind was pushing against me like it had somewhere it needed to be. The sun was already sliding behind the bleachers, painting the track in long slits of shadows, and our coach had just announced that we were silently dreading a full ladder workout. I was surprised. 200 meters, 400, 600, and 800. I couldn't back down though. That's the kind of workout that forces you to confront yourself long before you confront the finish line. Even during the warm-up, doubt crept into my chest. Like I couldn't do this. Like I couldn't do it. It was a familiar tightness. My legs felt heavy. My breathing shallow. Something inside me whispered that I wasn't ready today. That maybe I didn't have the strength to handle what was coming. But like I always did, I shoved the thought aside and pretended that I was okay. The first few reps had fooled me. The 200 felt manageable. The 400 was uncomfortable, but not out of the ordinary. It came to 600. It was unraveled. And I was halfway through my rep. My stride started to break down. My breathing shortened into panicking. My confidence, always fragile on days like this, finally cracked. I watched my teammates move past me, gliding ahead as I drifted further behind them. I started to feel embarrassed, hot and bitter. Part of me wanted to step off the track, just to drift aside so they could pass me. So I pretended something cramped. I wanted to pretend something cramped to escape the humiliation of falling further behind. It would have been so easy. I'd done it before. No one would question it. But just as I slowed, I heard my coach call out, "Hold your form, Drew. Give it all you got." There was something about her voice that cut through the noise of my frustration. I looked up and really saw my teammates for the first time that afternoon. Their faces weren't calm or confident. They were strained, shoulders hunched, eyes narrowed, mouths open as they fought the air. They were in pain too. They were pushing their limits too. They were suffering through every step. That realization changed everything. I told myself to stop thinking about the full distance left and focus on just the 20 meters, just the next stretch of the track. 20 I could handle. 20 didn't feel impossible. So I pushed for 20. Then another 20, then another. Each short decision built on to the last until suddenly I was finishing the rep I almost abandoned. By the final interval, my legs felt like they were packed with sand. My arms were numb. My chest full of fire. But I did not step off the track. I kept cruising 20 meters. At the time, until I crossed the line. My time was nothing special. There was no applause, no dramatic sprint, no triumph moment. But the sense of achievement was more profound than any personal record I have ever set that day. I didn't win the workout. I won a private battle with myself. I chose resilience when surrender felt easier. And the choice stayed with me far beyond that afternoon. When I learned that day had remarkably little to do with running,